Hi, this is Dean Takahashi from VentureBeat. I'm here at the DICE Summit with Daniel Kim, who's the head of Nexon America. And Daniel, you've got some very good history in the online game business here. Tell us about some of that first.
Sure. I think you can say that Nexon is the genesis, the present, and the future of microtransaction online games. We invented the business model back in 2000, and we've
starting in Korea first.
Yeah, starting in Korea, and we've applied that business model. Right now, we have a portfolio of 30+ games being serviced all over the world, 70+ countries, using this same model. Free-to-play microtransaction based. So, and we've actually, we're proud to say that we've been pioneering the online game industry with this business model, where now majority of the games that are being serviced in Asia are following kind of our footsteps in applying this business model.
There's now working in North America.
Now, and yeah, and since 2005, we've introduced this business model here in North America, and we've been having quite a bit of success here as well. And it took us a little bit of while to build up the infrastructure, such as the prepaid card, which is now available in 50,000 stores across the country, to be able to actually make this business model work in this region. But certainly, I think we've proven ourselves and to not only our audience, but to the industry, that this model is here to stay.
And how big is MapleStory, your biggest game?
Yeah, MapleStory has been very successful. It's got just over 100 million users around the world. Here in the States, we have 7.5 million users. For a game that's been in service for 5 years, though, what's interesting about our games is that it's not a one-shot product, but an ongoing service. So it's like a new game coming out every quarter or every month.
And those users are going to a website and downloading a fairly big file and then getting started on the game. Right? That sort of download game is where you guys have had the biggest success.
Yeah.
And now, but you're also thinking about Facebook and other social network games, and maybe mobile as well. So tell us about that.
Yeah, well, our portfolio has been focused really around the PC as a platform, because it allowed us to have the biggest reach to the widest and broadest audience without being hindered by any of the policies that anybody else sets in terms of how we distribute the game or how we monetize the game. And that's been a great success here in North America. And we're proud to say that 70% of our users find our games through word of mouth, somebody else being really passionate about the games and telling them to go download it and play. And that's been the major source of our growth here in North America. Now, what's been interesting is that, especially here in North America, there's been an emergence of new platforms that are also providing the connected experience. Going back to our success in other parts of the world, in our 16 years of history, and kind of focus on answering the question, what's next online? That's kind of where the name Nexon comes from. It's really given us an opportunity to look at platforms that provide a connected experience, and that's one of the other reasons why we've been focused on the PC. That was the only platform that was widely available that was providing a connected experience. Now there are mobile devices and other social networks that provide similar level of reach and providing a connected experience in quite a different context than your typical sit down in front of the computer kind of a context. So I think the platforms are big enough that we're interested in getting into those platforms, reaching those users in those different contexts to provide the experience that is connected, that drives community, that drives competition, and great content that wraps all those three things around it.
And you're tapping a couple of outside game makers here to do this. Right?
Yeah, well, actually, there's a lot of people think we only publish games that are developed within Nexon. The fact is, we are always looking for content and IP that other developers develop as well, and we're looking to expand our relationship with the development community. As part of that effort, we started this program called Nexon Initiative last year, and had great response. We put out a call for a browser-based game idea that we would fund, that we would collaborate with an external company to develop with them, and then we would publish and service them. and to our surprise, there was over 120 applicants. And of the 120, we picked two, Antic Entertainment in Canada and 1-2 Tribe in Poland. And we've already started working with those guys to develop a couple of new original titles, original IP that we're going to be talking in more detail about in a short while.
Now, Zynga has gotten to almost 300 million users on Facebook, and there's a big pile of new brands and traditional game companies that are all piling into Facebook as well, and other social networks or new platforms. So how do you hope to distinguish, I guess, with Nexon?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at all of our games in our global portfolio, I think the thing that they have in common is that they are on a platform that is connected, that provide a connected experience between people, and also an engagement that lasts a very long time. They provide a community that allows the people to get together and really be its own engine for growth and driving the word of mouth. And then the competition that really makes the fun part of the game and keeps the engagement for a long time.
Someone like Zynga just creates a lot of games that maybe you play for 10 minutes or something like that. You're kind of done.
No, I mean, with all due respect, I think they've done a great thing, and they've really expanded the market of people who may not have played games before, and we're really excited because they now are very used to playing the game for free and spending money at their own pace. I think what we have an advantage, and what we're looking to do is really take advantage of the 10+ years of developing games on a microtransaction basis that really balance the gameplay and monetization really well, so that the people who are not paying the money, which is the majority of players, are having just as good of a time as people who are paying for items that see a value in their enhanced experience. That it's a pretty subtle art, and it depends on game by game. I think that comes from really a heuristic process of having tried to apply this model on a lot of different genres of games. I think what we've seen so far is kind of everybody jumping in on the same type of games, but just like when TV first came out, there were only one type of shows, which are all westerns. But as time grew, people realized that there's an audience for different types of experiences. What Nexon is really good at is providing a richer, deeper experience that may last much longer in terms of engagement, much higher in terms of revenue per user, much higher in terms of paying rates. So we'd like to be known as the company of quadruple doubles. Double-digit average revenue per user, double-digit payment rates, double-digit millions of users playing, hopefully triple-digit millions of users playing, and finally double-digit months of engagement, not days or hours or weeks. And that's what all of our games strive to be, and it's not going to be an exception in these new platforms as well. I think there's plenty of opportunity to innovate in these new emerging platforms, and we're working on projects that we hopefully will be able to hit all those quadruple double digits across the board. And ultimately, it's really the content that drives all of this, and we have lots of experience in that, bringing exciting content that delivers on those metrics.
So more to come on that too. And so engagement, that's the new black here at the Dice Together. Thank you.
Thank you.